So, hello, welcome back to the channel. We're back, sun's out, and you can see behind me, we're back ploughing, and we are getting some more Jersey wheels back in the ground. We've been, as I said on Sunday's video, a lot of rain, close to 75 mil I think in total last week. It has taken a little while for things to dry out. Got going yesterday, Tuesday today, got going yesterday. We ploughed a bit Sunday, and then we started planting yesterday. Things are actually drying safe for the first time. We had a few people asking why you rotovate. With the use of our cows, because we got the cows, we don't like burning off the grass or killing off the grass, because we try and graze it right up to the end. What we find is you never know if it's a wet season like it has been so far. You can actually graze a field for a few more weeks. If it goes wet, you can keep grazing it, rather than if you've burnt it off, the grass has gone forever. So we don't do too much of that. If you've got a grassy field, you can always mix it in with one of the pre-emergent sprays. So that's why we tend to rotovate. We like to rotovate because you can see here, it helps dry the top of the soil a bit quicker to make it a bit nice when you come to plough. You can see it's just going a bit hazel, it's drying out nicely, it's chops it all up, all little small clumps, which you also find helps as well. It should then break down quicker when it gets ploughed into the ground. It'll break up quicker, and it should also won't. If you try and plough in straight into a grass lay, it can sometimes be quite clumpy. When we come to work it down with our discs or our bankers of our potato machinery, it can kind of block up a bit, and we've always found it's been well worth just pass the rotovator through to help us. So we've got today's dry. It looks like it'll stay dry till pretty much Friday, so we're cracking on. We've had a good start. John's getting one more field ploughed, then we're actually going to stop. There might be some showers later on, and we'll start again tomorrow morning. But ploughed up nicely. He's about, well, not quite a day ahead of us, but kind of 6-7 hours ahead. And with the sun out like it is today, stuff's drying really nicely. You'll notice this is a different plough. This is actually our plough. We've got a new one coming. It won't be here till about March time, so we're just making the most. We've been kind of swapping between the two ploughs, but it's a bit worn out and needs a bit of love and care. But it's new one's on its way, but it's still doing a pretty nice job, really. So yeah, just going to show you a few different things. We're talking a bit about got the new 145. Now got the front linkage on the front, to show you a few clips of that and why that's helping us save time and also saving us some money as well. So yeah, as I just said there, this is our new tractor. It's got the front linkage, got the subsoiler on the front, and what it enables us to do is usually, you can see where I'm coming down now, this is the track where the trailer's driven to put out all the potato seed boxes. Before we'd have to have a second tractor and it'd be going up and down with the subsoiler to rip up the compaction. So now with the subsoiler on the front, it's saving us a tractor. I can go down, subsoil up the track, power it once, and then I come back on the second time in a minute, and then I'll restart opening up the ridges. You could do it in one, but what we find is with the GPS and the swaying of it, the ground not being level, the ridges don't open up perfectly straight. So we find it works a lot better to get it level first, and then we can come back along and open up the ridges. Which, funny enough, actually, look, if you see those ridges there to the left of the picture, that is what I mean. That's what happens when I think that on there I tried to do just one pass, and it just doesn't look that good. I find it very annoying. Typical, that shows in the camera. And there, as you can see there, that's the power harrow coming back past. That's a bit of a close-up of the actual 4 bankers that make the ridges. Mentioned before, 30 inches the centre in between each centre of each row, and the guys then plant the potatoes into the little ridges. You might notice there's a couple of ridges in between some of the lines that I've made. That's just to make it easier for Dad or Pawel when they're coming to close and re-ridge over. It helps the tractor sit in the middle. And you'll see here, the reason why the subsoil is not down is we only put it down when we're ripping up the tracks. Where we haven't driven, then it doesn't need to be down the ground. So here I'm just going back over where I've already passed and getting the lines, all the ridges opened up for the final few passes of the field alongside the hedge. Got this start of the year, very similar to the other tractor. I forgot I had a little clip of Philip explaining what the front linkage is going to be doing. So this is the new tractor. We've got Philip just going to explain to everyone what's going to happen. What's going on the front, Philip?
Subsoiler.
Subsoiler, is it?
Yeah.
And then what's going to go on the back?
See holes go in there.
Hey?
Here.
What goes on there?
Subsoiler.
Subsoiler.
Yeah.
Oh, well done. So yeah, we're just here. This is the machine that does the closing. Kind of custom made. So Will does all our fabrication and servicing. Made all the frame, and we buy the little discs. This field we're in here is quite hard. You'll see it's always hard getting it in the picture, but it's quite a side slope. So where Pawel has to drive keep his tractor right on the edge of this top ridge you can see here, and then the machine, it's actually crabbing quite a lot, which you can't really see, but it's so it's quite a skillful job to do that in here. Even on the GPS and in the tractor, it's amazing how much it moves. But we're just getting it set up because we've changed from the last time we were planting potatoes. We were planting smaller size, so we're planting a bigger seed potato today. So we actually have to adjust these here, which knock off the ground. We only want a couple of inches of ground covering the seed potato, so we can adjust these. At the start over there, it was knocking off a bit too much, and it was leaving potatoes showing on the surface. So if we dig down now, we can see that's probably a tiny bit too much ground, so we'll take it a bit off. You can see there, that's the potato. There's about, that's the ridge there. We'll probably take a little bit off here to make it better. You'll see, stunning day. Sun is shining really nicely. We're in some nice ground. This is quite light sandy loam that we're in. Pawel, I run over. Excuse the sun there, actually. Got a clip to just show you the one I've just shown you, actually. That was talking about just how we can set the height on the back of the machine according to how much ground we want to cover the potato over. We're back with the field yesterday, we were in the bigger seed. We're back on the smaller seed today, so we're knocking off a bit more ground, but we can alter that quite a lot. So he's doing a nice job. This field's a lot easier. This is a flat field compared to the clip where you saw him on the side slope. Much easier on here. But yeah, no, stunning day. This is an interesting field. We're only going to be doing half of it by hand. So the guys are planting by hand here now, and then the other half is going to be with a machine. That's why we're planting. These potatoes have literally got you see there, a tiny little chip, because we want them to be just coming up and hopefully ready to harvest the same time as the other potatoes. If we planted with a big proper shoot, these would be earlier. It's more of just a trial to see. We always like to see if the planters if they are as good and they can yield as well as by hand. Conditions have improved and they're dried out quite a lot, so hopefully they will. But yeah, show you a bit of the planters. Might be actually on Sunday's video rather than today's, but we'll show you all that. But other than that, perfect sunny day, and the guys getting on really, really well. So thanks for watching today. Plant's now going. Didn't get any footage in the other field. Didn't get any footage in the other field, annoyingly. But it's a bit hard to see when it's dark like this. So I'll get a lot more footage of the planters on for Sunday's video. But hope you enjoyed today's. Not quite as long as usual, but it's a bit hectic, and trying to edit it from the tractor cab is not the easiest. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and we'll speak to you all on Sunday.